This next couple were very consistent and are very consistent top producers and President's Club members. We have gotten to know this couple after they spent time with us in Charlotte as well as on our President's Club retreats. A champion in every sense of the word, he played baseball in the major leagues and won 3 World Series championships. He's back in the big leagues of ACN with his best teammate to date, his wife, and today they get to share the stage as brand new Regional Vice Presidents. Please help us promote to the position of Regional Vice President, Erica and Todd Stottlemyre.
You know, 3.5 years ago, just over 3.5 years ago, when someone invited me to hear a presentation, I was thankful that we weren't prejudged. And here's why. On the outside, everything still looked really good. But on the inside, we were at a place of prayer. See, in 2002, when Todd retired with the Arizona Diamondbacks, we had time and we had money together. We got to do what we wanted, when we wanted, with who we wanted, with no financial handcuffs, no financial stress. I got to enjoy being a stay-at-home mom to our 4 incredible children. Todd worked because he wanted to. But in 2008, 2009, something happened. See, when the recession hit, we were not shielded. And we started to lose money. We lost businesses overnight, companies that we invested a lot of money in were no longer companies. The stock market, the real estate market, it didn't play favorites, okay? It was like quicksand. But here's what else we lost. Our time. See, Todd started working around the clock. He was trying to hang on to companies we'd invested in. I felt like I had lost my husband. The kids felt like they had lost their father. And when he was home, he really wasn't even home. See, there were many times during that time that I woke up in the middle of the night and he wasn't in bed next to me because he was in his office or he was pacing the halls, and I thought he was gonna have a heart attack. See, I wanted to do something. I wanted to contribute, and I felt defeated. I didn't know what I could do. And I said we were at a place of prayer. Todd and I were actually praying for a business or for something that we could buy that wasn't going to take a big investment, that could kick out cash flow right away. Within 1 week, we were shown ACN. God is good. And I saw that presentation. I saw the DVD and the lifestyle. I saw the money on that sheet, and I thought to myself, if people are really doing this and this kind of money can be created, I knew we could do it too. I just had to convince my husband. So I came home, I was super excited. I said, honey, I found a business. He gave me a talk to the hand. He said, I'm businessed out. I don't have time for the businesses I'm doing. I don't have time for my family. I don't have time. I said, okay, give me 1 hour. He said, okay, at the end of the hour, I'm gonna be in the car. If you're not sitting next to me, you're gonna find a different ride home. I said, okay. So I got him in front of the information. He got excited like I did. 3 days later, we ended up in Anaheim at an international event as guests. And this is where I'm gonna have Todd take our story, but this is the last thing I wanna say. See, when I met my husband, he was already a Major League Baseball player. I didn't, nor did our children, get to see how hard he worked and what it took for him to get there and achieve at that level. But because of ACN and because of everything that we've gone through, we had an opportunity to see what a true champion he is and what an inspiration he's been to our family and to so many people.
First, I want to give thanks to my wife because to get this done, I want everybody to know it wasn't easy. And it was hard, and we had to make a lot of sacrifices, and I spent a lot of time on the road to get to this spot. And while I was on the road and while we were out there building, Mama was home, being mom and dad and the true rock of our family, the straw that stirs the drink, the greatest coach ever, my soulmate, my wife, my best friend, the most beautiful woman in the world. I love you, babe. So, from the time I was a little guy, Yankee Stadium as a playground. My father was a pitcher for the New York Yankees, my mentor, my coach, my best friend. I had a great inspiration. I had a dream that started when I was about 2, just out of diapers. And that dream was to play Major League Baseball and follow in my father's steps. And then to actually grow up, to live out a dream, to live that dream out, to play 15 years, to land on 3 world championship teams just tells you that in my life I've been in the right place, the right time on several occasions. You know, but over the span of that 15 years, like Erica said, you know, we amassed millions, and I mean lots of millions. And but when we went into 2008, everything that I had dreamed for, worked for, and accomplished through Major League Baseball, we were watching go up in smoke, and it was a domino effect we couldn't stop. And like Erica said, it was one of those situations where we just began working around the clock. So coming to that first national convention back in 2009 was an unbelievable experience. So it went like this. First of all, we showed up at 8:45. We had no idea people had waited 4 hours in line to get a seat. So we showed up at 8:45 back in Anaheim at the convention center, and I remember pulling those doors open. And I remember that there was music going on, there was a light show, there were people waving flags and banners and clanking things together. And as we took 10 steps into the convention center, as a guest, it came to a dead stop, and I said to Erica, thank God we came here, because there is no way I'm going to become one of those people. But the guy who invited us and we were a guest of is a dear friend. He's a tall, extinguished man, and he had a seat that he had saved for us. And I could see him all the way down the row, way up front, waving his arms. And the only thing I could think is, I said, yeah, I see you, big guy. Can't wait to get up there. And I told Erica, I said, here's what we're going to do. 1 hour, back to the 1 hour. 1 hour, I'm going to excuse myself, use the restroom, follow me 5 minutes later, we're going to Disneyland. And then Mr. Provenzano took the stage right at 9 o'clock. And I got to tell you, as I sat there and as I watched and I witnessed, I could see the sweat off his brow, and it spelled integrity, moral, ethics, vision, excellence. And I thought, oh my goodness. And I started to gravitate, because who doesn't want to be around that? And then we watched promotions on that Saturday, and I'll never forget this lady who was carried to the stage, who I don't even know by name today. And as I listened to her story, I had massive reflection. And she talked about cancer and some different things, and I was like, wow, I felt that. But I also listened to her about overcoming. And then they announced the Ronald McDonald House Charities. And you see, I'm a Ronald McDonald House family. And Back in 1981, I stayed at a Ronald McDonald House after giving my little brother a bone marrow transplant where he was fighting for his life at the age of 11. He was diagnosed with leukemia for the 3rd time. The bone marrow transplant appeared to work but put him into a coma. He never seen daylight again outside of the hospital, but he taught me 2 valuable lessons. I was 15 at the time. Number 1, he taught me how to live. Number 2, he taught me how to die. You see, those lessons was dream, believe, fight until the last breath, and never give up on what you believe in. I remember putting my head down and saying, what in the world is God doing to us now? See, because at that moment, we were becoming everything at 9:15 I didn't want to become. Today I'm wearing team colors and proud of them. Today I wave a flag and I'm proud. See, my life changed and transformed during that period of time. See, back in 2009, towards the end of that day, it was like the ceiling had opened up and a light shining down, and I heard words from above, welcome home. And I know that the first 45 years of my life was nothing more than a dress rehearsal for exactly where I'm supposed to be. So today, our children, you don't see them, but I see them. Our 4 children are with us today. Our 4 children get on every single plane and every rental car. They stay in every home. They sleep on every couch with me on the road. There was a day where we traveled and vacationed where I was digging sandcastles, and I can tell you that to lose that time and for them, for a short period of time, to lose their father, here's what I'm most proud of as I stand in front of you today. My son is 8, has a dream of playing Major League Baseball, but also says he's going to do ACN when he's not playing baseball. My 10-year-old says he's going to absolutely do ACN and maybe take care of some pets. My 12-year-old is going to rule Hollywood and do ACN on the side. My 17-year-old wants to go to medical school while she's pursuing her dreams with ACN, and I couldn't be more proud of a father today. I'm way past my time. Let me ask you all something today in closing. Did you come home? So stand with me if you came home real quick. So if you're at home, burn the ships, lock the back door, put your head down, let's go to work, and let's change the world one person at a time. God bless all of you. So personal growth is absolutely #1, the biggest thing, and actually when we first got started, Erica really took to the personal growth. I actually made fun of the personal growth. I used to say, I hope all these people grow up to be great people. I'm after the compensation plan. And what happened really is that every morning that I would wake up and get into the shower, we had a Bose stereo there. She would put in a personal growth CD, press play, and then run out of the room. And then over time, I began putting my own CD in, and I would just tell you that there's no question that we are both a massive product of personal growth, and we're now passing that on down to our children.